August was a bit of a disappointing month for MMOs. We had Palia and Wayfinder enter open beta and early access respectfully, and while Palia went live with very little issue, Wayfinder over a week later is still struggling to find its footing, although I have hope and faith that they'll overcome these issues. And the review bombing. September looks to be a little better. Not significantly, but at least we have a little more in terms of options. Several new MMO releases, a couple test phases, and most importantly, I'll be streaming over on Twitch at 3 PM EST this weekend and every weekend, so you should come join me and the MMO fun. Otherwise, if you enjoy staying up to date with what's releasing and more specifically this series, make sure to like the video, leave a comment telling me what MMO you're most looking forward to, subscribe to the channel, and hit the little bell notification. Oh, and make sure to check out the last episode in this series at the end of the video in case you missed an MMO last month. Trust me, with how little marketing a lot of these games do, you're gonna wanna make sure you don't miss out on any. Now let's go ahead, jump in, and see if we can't find something for you to waste the next month in. I wanna take a moment here to start this off with DRAKANTOS. Why? Because I love pixel art games. They're beautiful and strongly remind me of the days that I used to sit at home playing Game Boy Advance games like Golden Sun, or PS1 JRPGs like Suikoden and Suikoden 2. DRAKANTOS has the look and feel of a very high quality old school JRPG, but on a massively multiplayer scale. And it's available to wishlist on Steam right now with a potential test phase coming soon. DRAKANTOS is a free-to-play MMORPG that features a type of character or hero system much like Wayfinder or Corepunk. Instead of selecting a class, you select a character and take the time to customize them. Skills, weapons, playstyle. There are at present over 21 unique heroes, with more being worked on, with fully voice-acted cutscenes, a large seamless world to explore, and lots of cooperative content. How this isn't developed by a AAA budget studio baffles me. DRAKANTOS provides players plenty of solo and multiplayer content to tackle, dynamic dungeons, missions, PvP in the form of battlegrounds, ranked arenas, and game tournaments. There's a functional guild system, marketplace, player housing, and quite a bit more. Honestly, I can't wait and hope to get to play the upcoming beta myself. Wink wink. EVERCRAFT Online is a fantasy MMORPG currently in development by Hidden Tree Entertainment. According to the official website, EVERCRAFT is an attempt to return to the genre's classic roots, designed to be a demanding yet rewarding multiplayer experience. Which sounds good to me. Most MMOs released these days are very solo experiences, and unfortunately really don't require much, if any, cooperative play, like Ashfall, Undawn, Traha, Palia, Wayfinder. My main issue here is that the game looks like Minecraft, which I get is the aesthetic that they're going for, but this graphical style is going to appeal to a very limited number of players, unless they intend on changing it in the future, I don't know. It seems as though the world is going to be large and seamless, meaning no loading screens between zones. There are races and settlements scattered throughout the world. Combat will be tab target, a much slower, more strategic type of tab target specifically. Honestly, if you like Minecraft, then you might want to give this one a shot. The community alpha test begins up September 1st, and honestly, what do you have to lose, other than a bit of sanity? Who here remembers CABAL Online? That was an absolute legend in the MMO genre during its peak. Or, you know what, heck, even CABAL 2. The reason I ask if you remember either of them is due to the fact that neither iteration is available anymore, or it wasn't until next week, when that all changes. On August 30th, the new sequel, CABAL Return of Action, is launching. According to the devs, if you played the original CABAL Online, you'll likely see a lot of similarities, as Return of Action isn't simply a port of the original. Rather, this is a complete revamp of the game ported to mobile. Yes, yet another casualty of the war on PC MMOs, where studios take good PC MMOs and release them in a half-assed state on mobile to take advantage of nostalgic players. The devs have confirmed autoplay, they've confirmed auto-pathing, they've confirmed auto-combat. They're claiming the auto systems present will reduce the amount of grind time so you can focus on more important things. Which, let me be completely honest with you guys for a moment. If a game requires you utilize auto features to make it less tedious, maybe reduce the necessity for these features in the first place. I don't know, is that just me? Before we go any further into this video though, I want to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do videos like this every single day. The first Descendant was originally advertised as being a third-person MMO shooter, but over time evolved into a multiplayer game instead. However, I still think it's worth including as the game is developed and published by Nexon and is said to have many multiplayer functions and features. And if I'm being honest, if Wayfinder and Ashfall can be called MMOs, this can technically as well. The first Descendant is marketed as being a next-generation third-person co-op action RPG shooter featuring high-quality graphics, and given this is a Korean game, that's not likely to be untrue. The game is launching onto the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC. However, while the game is still technically a ways away from launching, it is holding a cross-platform closed beta on September 19th, which will run through September 25th. If you want to participate, make sure to mark that date on your calendar. Nexon is known for making fun games ruined by horrible predatory monetization, so at the very least, this should be fun. ANYMMO is the kind of game that leaves me wondering what the hell they were smoking when they designed this game, because I cannot honestly be the only person here that thinks this upon first inspection of the game. ANYMMO is an open source MMORPG based on any RPG, with the official Twitter page claiming that they're building the best free MMORPG engine in the world. This is by far one of the weirdest MMOs that I've ever seen, and that I will simultaneously never play. However, the alpha for the game is going to be available for anyone that is at all remotely interested. If you like the look, the aesthetic, I really don't know anything about the game at all, as very little has been shown or revealed, but from what I could find, the game is still very, and I stress this, very early in the development stage. So, while it is a functional alpha, I would also honestly be a little bit wary. Now, I bet you remember Wakfu or Dofus, right? You've probably played one or both at one point or another. They were very unique tactical MMOs that held a fairly sizable player base. Even if you ended up not enjoying or not really even knowing of their existence, WAVEN might be just what you're after to introduce you to their world. WAVEN looks and feels kind of like an updated version of both games, with tactical turn-based combat, various types of PvE and PvP. It is fully cross-platform and allows for players to do it all with groups of other players, really capitalizing on the MMO features of its predecessors. It just went into early access, so technically you can download and play the game via Steam right now, and this is realistically the perfect opportunity to. And that is everything. All of the MMOs slated to release either fully or into some form of test phase this month, at least that I'm aware of. I probably missed one or two, that's bound to happen with more obscure titles. Nevertheless, these are the games that I've been following. DRAKANTOS looks promising. I'm not a fan of the Minecraftian nature of EVERCRAFT. CABAL looks like hot garbage. The first Descendant could be kind of fun. ANYMMO has me pretty confused as to why this is even a game. And WAVEN looks like it could be fun as well. Overall, not a bad looking month. Shame we have no Blue Protocol, Korea, or China releases yet though, soon. Now, this is not all there is to look forward to though, because none of these games look like games you'd be interested in. I urge you to check out one of these two videos on screen right now.